Good morning, everyone. How's it going? This is Comic Book Hangout number 7. Just wanted to chat, just to talk and, just hang out for a bit. I had nothing really specific in mind to show off and all that. But hey, Max, welcome. Good to see you. I see you over here on YouTube, but you haven't shown up on StreamYard yet. So welcome. Good to see you. But yeah, this was just a let's go live. Let's hang out. There you are. Now I can show you off. Give my few European followers a chance to be able to make a live stream. So that when it's not 2 in the morning, Does it match the video? Well, I do increase the volume on my preview videos because I'm usually fighting with music. And welcome, Batman, welcome. So good to have you here. But yeah, just here to hang out and all that. Talk for a little bit, nothing much. So first thing I want to talk about is while we're here, like I said, currently at 470 subscribers and all that, 10 away from 500. So I will be doing my Road to 500 contest giveaway as soon as I hit 500. There are 2 prizes involved, obviously. The first one, all I have to do is you have to, I'll copy the link here so you guys can have it. Here it is. All I have to do is go to my Road to 500 video and comment below, comment in the video, hashtag 500 sub giveaway for a chance to enter this Deadpool pop, the first appearance Deadpool pop, and the signed print by Frankie Cerna. It's a local in my state artist. Really cool. It doesn't really show up really well, but it has kind of a blood on the thing, but it does have, yeah, maybe it has better, a blood spattered look to it. So that is the common prize for anyone who wants to enter. And then in the 500 sub video, there is a straw pool. I will be doing a trivia during the 500 giveaway, and the winner of the trivia will get one. Will get one of 2 prints. The first one, Web of Spider-Man 32, COA by Mike Zeck, signature right up here. And then the other one, Amazing Spider-Man 294, again signed by Mike Zeck with the COA. So I bought 2 prints from my LCS. I will be giving one away as a prize, and the other one I will be keeping. So you guys have the chance to vote on which one you want to be seen as the prize. So there are currently like 5 votes and all that. The Web of Spider-Man's winning 3-2. So I'm really hoping Web of Spider-Man loses because I want to keep that one, honestly. I love my tea. Not much of a coffee drinker, but I like my tea. But yeah, that's the main issue there. 10 away from 500 subs, so we're getting real close. So maybe I can pick up a few more subs today watching the video. So yeah, this is an open invite. So if anyone wants to stop by, hang out, more than welcome. You think the Max said, I think the audio does not match the video. I think it's called something something I can't pronounce. But it's an open invite for anyone who wants to join me. So here, I'm going to post a link here in the chat. So if anyone wants to, well, bad explanation, I'm a bad pronunciator. So that's the word. But yeah, if anyone wants to join me, you're more than welcome to. You know, it's always fun to chat with more than just myself and type. So, but yeah, not much is going on. You know, I moved my desk around. You know, my desk used to be against that wall over there, and so you could see my slabs here in the background. Now I moved my desk, you know, flipped it, put it over here against this wall, and now you guys can actually see my slabs better behind me, which I actually like this better. So only downside is with my desk sticking out like this, kind of in the middle of the room, it takes away some of the space I had before. But I like it better this way, for at least where background pictures go. But then I also added this shelf over here, and I can fit, because I wanted it this way, I can fit 6 Funko Pops. Well, except for the ones I might want to do out of box or whatever, but I can have 6 Funko Pops. So now you can, since I collect Funko Pops as well as comic books, now I can display both in my background, and it's not just me. And then of course I have the one Spider-Man one dangling upside down here. Yeah, thank you, Hialeah. I do like it too. Like I said, just decided I wanted something different, you know. I had the idea of, you know, having my desk here and then having these full 8 slabs show up in the background. But if I wanted it to fill the picture like I originally thought of, I'd leave this much space between the wall and the desk. You know, and I'm not that skinny, but I definitely like how it's set up here. The only downside is the glare that shows up here. You know, maybe one of these days here I'll just have a sheet or something that drapes down over this section here, so it gets rid of that glare, that little light glare. That's it for that. That's the only complaint I really have. But yeah, and then of course I can have with this here, I can put 2 comic books here, and well, not here because you can't see it, but I can put 2 comic books here, and I can match the Funko Pops, you know, that kind of go with them. You know, like a Batman Beyond pop with a Batman Beyond. You know, don't want to pull this just yet. I thought Cyborg Superman here from the Comic-Con exclusive would go real well with the Death of Superman comic. Oh, no problem, no problem. Like I said, I'll have to have you. Well, like I said, you're more than welcome to be a guest when I do season 2 of the Knockout, since you seem to express a lot of interest in it the last video. But yeah, I understand, no problem whatsoever. And you sit in Cowabunga, so welcome, Ruben. So good to see you. But yeah, anything that you guys want to talk about? Funko Pop, comic book related, movie? You know, I know the Mulan movie is coming out on Disney Plus. Coming out on Disney Plus for was it primary exclusive or whatever? I just don't quite understand. If I have to pay extra for that, is it an extra? Is it the upgraded service, like the next tier in service? Because I don't want to pay $30 a month for it. You know, I might just have to wait for it to come out on Blu-ray and DVD, because I don't think I want to pay the extra money for it. Now, I'm not against a one-time service fee. You know, pay $20 for this code, and then you enter it into this window on Disney Plus, and then you get to watch the movie. You know, kind of like it creates an at-home. Hey,
what's up, man?
Yeah. And remember, this is a family-friendly show. Shirts stay on.
Dude, am I known for that now, I guess?
I'm gonna guess so. You know,
I'm gonna be on the hunt tonight. Maybe I'll take off my shirt then.
Because I've lost track of the number of times I've counted. Take off your shirt on Common Gories to win it.
Hey man, it worked.
Yeah. Well, luckily I won the at home version of Kamigori, so I didn't have to take off my shirt. So luckily my books actually won.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, so
But
what are you saying? I only won because I took off my shirt. Is that what you're saying?
well, I guess a lot of female votes came in at the last minute then or something.
Dude, it was the perfect book for it, man. What are you talking about, man? It
Yeah.
was rage. It was rage.
Yeah. That's good. So how are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I love the new backdrop, man. I think it looks great.
Yeah. Well, technically it's the old background. It's just a new location.
Nice, nice. I've been thinking about doing the same thing, but it kind of, yeah, the logistics, because I kind of would like that as my backdrop, the
Yeah.
wall. But moving the desk over here, it's just, it makes sense, but at the same time, I really like where it is, man. So,
Yeah. I mean, it works for you in a sense because
yeah, because I could move this, so it
you
works.
can move that up, and plus your head is right there in the blank space.
In the space, right? You see how
Yeah.
that works? You see how that
Yeah.
works?
You know, so you special frame. But yeah, I added the little shelf here because I originally designed. I was gonna put this up here. You know, I work with wood, and so I was able to cut scraps, and so I was gonna create a little shelf.
Oh,
And
nice.
it's what I've had for my shelves around the top there. I was going to create a shelf. So I'm looking at Walmart going, I want a stain. I want a right color stain. What color stain? Do I want to paint it? Do I want to stain it? What do I do? And I came across this shelf, and I'm going like, you know what? I'd spend the same amount of money on a spray or stain or whatever is buying that, and I could fit 3 pops there technically. So I could either put it up there, or I could lower it slightly and put 6. And I thought, perfect. Then so I picked that one.
No, it looks great, man, because you got the ones in the box, and then you could actually put some on the edge right there. So that looks good.
Yeah, well, these 2 had damaged boxes. This is the Golden Ant-Man.
Very nice.
Then I wanted this one a couple of times. I went into Hot Topic, but they always had every single one was damaged. But Doctor Doom, so
I got that one. I think almost everybody had to get that one, right? The Doctor Doom.
Yeah, and then I bought those Venomized pops. This was the Black Panther.
Nice.
So no box, obviously, with these. This is my favorite one I got, other than Venomized Spider-Man here, but I've attached him to the bottom of there, hanging upside down. So
very cool.
Venomized Punisher was really cool, and then Venomized Loki, which I thought would be even more dangerous.
Dude, that one looks badass, man. The Loki?
Yeah.
It's cool.
But yeah, so yeah, it fits out really well there. So like I said, the only ones I have displayed out of box are the ones with damaged pops, other than Ultra Super Saiyan or Goku Ultra Instinct. But I wanted one out of box and one in box, so I have 2 of those.
I usually take mine's off. Mine's are pretty much, except for one, are out of the box. I don't know. I like to have them free. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I like them in box mostly because it's just a little more neat that way.
Right.
Like I said, but I had the space there, and I could add a little something extra to it, so it fits it out.
No, man, I like it. I like the setup. It looks great. You got your son's picture in the back. I like it.
Yeah, my son, my wife, my son are there, and my mother-in-law. We like to go to the Colorado Renaissance Festival.
Okay.
This last time I wanted a picture, and so I'm a king, my wife's a queen, my son's a knight, and my mother-in-law is the royal pain. Just kidding. Just kidding. I actually like my mother-in-law right up there with my mom, so I was very lucky with the in-law departments.
That's awesome, man. Your son must get a kick out of that, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I filled it there too, just and I finally am able to display my painting I did of Amazing ASM 33 there. So it works out pretty well. So
no, I think it looks great, man. I think it was a wise choice.
Yeah,
it was a wise choice. You're like you said before, your other setup wasn't bad, but
yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, I had my like I said, I could have my thing over there so you could see the glove, or you could see some comics displayed there, but things are just a lot smaller. Now you can see, and so you can't see so much like you did before, but if I choose carefully with these 12 here, or 16 somewhat, I can display more books that way. So
yeah, and you could change them out and change the background from time to time. That's what I like about the wall.
Yeah. So
I'm
yeah,
not. I do like a monthly change out.
yeah, I've had a couple of people going like, "There's some nice comics behind you," because I put the FF 48 and 49 right behind me. So
What
thank
grade
you.
is what grade is the 48? That book's just crazy, man.
Oop. Stupid wind. I was hoping to keep that open. So my FF 48 is a 1.5.
Bro, I think that's might be the only grade I could afford myself, so I might be looking for that book.
Well,
That's
I bought
crazy.
48, 49, and 50 for $500,
Perfect.
and because it was all of them had all of them had a problem. 48 here has the cover detached, but
Mhm.
it's one piece. 49 here has the cover detached and split completely, so it was really 3 sections. And 50, which I think is in my closet, had writing on two signatures, one in pen and one in marker, kind of thing, writing on it. So ultimately, I think I said I paid $500 for it, and I think my 48 itself was more than half of that when it came back from CGC. I definitely got my money's worth if I turned around.
Oh yeah, man, definitely. Those books are super hot.
Yeah, and I remember back when I was selling some of my books for money, I'm going, I have a couple more books, but please don't make me sell them. Please don't make me sell them. I will dearly pay for it. I'll have to get them back.
That's
I
awesome.
already had to pay a little bit extra to get my ASM 300 back and an ASM 2 back. So, but found better deals and better all that for them. So,
There's always deals, right? There's
yeah.
always deals.
Wow. Is that I think he's talking to you because I don't think I have. Oh, okay. I was gonna
Yeah,
go.
dude. There's a Flanagan's. Ricardo, you know where it's at. Flanagan's is like a staple in South Florida, man. They're
Hmm.
like a seafood grill kind of stop, and everybody goes there to drink up. And usually these are green. This was for breast cancer
Hmm.
October, so we kind of went there and and my daughter, she jacked a whole mess of, like a stack of them. You know, when the waitress wasn't looking, because you get one free when you with a drink. But we walked out with like a stack, and that's what we've been up. What's up, Mark?
Yeah, welcome, Mark. Thank you for coming. And it's again open invite. I can drop the link again. Or I've had that's how Hialeah here joined me since I sent out a couple of invites earlier, but Hialeah here showed up with the invite in the chat. So
Yeah, it's nice when not doing this by yourself, right?
yeah, well, like I said, I can only talk for so much by myself. I'm going like, well, the only thing I can really talk about is my Road to 500 giveaway. Uh,
I'm
I've
the
changed
same
my
way,
wall.
man.
I've changed my wall around. Looks pretty good.
I'm the,
And
I'm the same way. I've only done it once, and it was the weirdest 30 minutes. I don't know how these guys do it by themselves,
yeah,
man.
well, the last time I did it was I had to drive my wife to a dentist appointment because she gets loopy with certain medications or whatever, so she can't drive at all. So I had to take off work to drive her, and I meant to sleep in a little bit since we weren't leaving, but the dogs like to wake me, like wake me up 4 a.m. I want to go outside, you dumb little. So he woke me up, and it's like, well, my alarm would have gone off soon anyway. Might as well stay up, and so I did. So I did a little 1 hour thing without meaning to go for a full hour. Like, what the hell am I doing up?
At what time did you? What time was this? Like at 5 in the morning?
It was 4 in the morning my time. I went live, and
Wow.
I just started talking to the camera, and before I knew it, I was on for an hour, going, well, people are going to be getting up here soon, so I'm going to go. See you later.
How many people jumped in?
I don't think I had any people join. I mean, maybe I had one or two make comments and all that, but I think I was pretty much talking to myself for an hour. I mean, I actually had some stuff to say at the time. The first 10 minutes were like, damn dog.
Is that still in your? Is that still up? Did you leave it up?
Yeah, it's still up there.
I'll have to look for it.
But yeah. Just that was that. So it was like, of course, I'm not even sure. Like, my dog likes to wake me up in the morning, like by nose and like nosing you and all that. Then you look over there and he's, because the bed is perfect, they can like literally stand up and rest in their face there. So it's like, you're not cute, so stop waking me up.
Yeah, but you gotta train them, man. What is it at 4 in the morning? You gotta train them, man. My dog. I get up at around 7, and I got until like at 11 o'clock to take her out, man. She's a trooper, but
Yeah,
she's trained, dude. She knows her times. She knows her times.
yeah. No, my wife does the training. I'm the shut up, or like I'll kick them out of the room so that way they don't nose us anymore.
How many do you have?
We have 3 dogs. I have a not golden. I have a German Shepherd Lab mix. My wife has a Pit Bull Dalmatian mix. He is the goofiest,
What?
goofiest lover ever.
A pit bull Dalmatian mix?
Hmm.
Wow. You gotta show a picture, man. If you have a picture.
I'll see if I can find one.
I have the spots and everything.
Yeah, I mean, some of the spots are a little hard to show up, and then the third one we have is my son's dog is a Pit Pug mix, and it took after the pug side. It's shorter, so.
Dude, Dalmatians, those dogs are nuts. How is your dog?
Mellow as can be.
Really? Really? Because I've heard Dalmatians are like psychos.
Well, I've had a few Dalmatians before growing up. My mom had Mrs.
Exactly, Ricardo, man. That would be half bad in Miami. You can't have pit bulls in Miami.
Yeah, let's see. I've had like I said, I've had Mrs. as a pit as when I was born, or my mom had Mrs. Then Rocky. And I think that was the only Dalmatians we had. Ah, well, here's one picture.
Oh, okay, so he's more white than anything.
More white. He has the spot on his ear. Over his right shoulder, there's a big old spot or two. But then it's mostly like, have you seen the 102 Dalmatians movie at all?
Of course.
Kind of like Dot or whatever when she's got her spots at the end is real light.
Right. Okay.
So
that's cool, man. And it's a mellow dog. That's beautiful.
Yeah, but like I said, he does have his little issues. He used to be a I think we're pretty sure he used to be like a fight dog or a bait. Oh no, a bait dog. He was used to train others and all that. But he gets very mean when you come near his food. Animals come near his food, and he's attacked my cat before. We had to take her to, we had to take her to the vet.
Right.
But other than that, you don't come near his food, and he loves you.
Cool. Hey, Weapon X, I imagine Pitbull probably stays on Star Island or down in Brickell. He probably has a place in Brickell. There's a lot of nice places down there with money. South Beach. I don't think he'll stay at South Beach, but probably Star Island, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. 305.
Yeah. I've only been down to Miami twice, I think. Once to driving through Miami to go to Key West, and once to get on a cruise.
That's what most people have been to Miami, to come down here to go on a cruise.
We were there for the night and left in the morning. So the only thing I saw was Dolphin Mall, I think it was called.
Yeah. So you got to go to Dolphin Mall. That mall's pretty big.
Yeah.
A lot of outlets. They got the bowling alley, the theater.
Of course. I was there for about 3 hours while the girls, my mother-in-law and wife, were getting some appropriate shoe wear. So by the end of it, I was like,
that's a nice mall, though, and it gets packed.
Yeah.
Give me one quick second, man.
Yeah, no problem. Cat, leave that alone. So let's see. What else should I say? But yeah, for my 500 sub, all I have to do is hashtag, 500 sub giveaway in the Road to 500 video, because that's how I'm going to find your entries. The winner of the 500 sub giveaway will get an entry into the trivia to win one of these 2 prizes.
Nice.
So, yeah, I'm doing a trivia thing. I have 100 questions set up, and each correct answer is an entry. So if you're really good at trivia, you can run away with a majority share of the entries.
And when do you have where do you have that set up? Or are you doing a video or
It's gonna be live. I want to have a few people on just to talk and hang out like this before and do a trivia live. Maybe have somebody help me tally the votes or whatever as I'm doing it, so that way all I have to do is read and all that, and not write it down and keep track. But yeah, I'm just gonna do a live intro, just do a live thing. Like, okay, it reached 500 subs, so I scheduled the video for 2 weeks. So you have 2 more weeks to get any hashtag, whatever. And like I said, you guys can vote on which print of Web of Spider-Man 32 or ASM 294, both signed by Mike Zeck with the COA. So I'll put those links in the description after the show, but they're also in here that I've done.
how far away from you are you from 500?
10. I have 10 more to go.
God, it's a crawl, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, when I appeared on Comgories the last time, and then when I appeared as a guest on JB's channel again, I got like 10, 11, 12 more subs out of that. But then I've gone up to like 89, went down to 87, gone up to 88. It's like,
dude, isn't it nerve-wracking?
You guys are doing it on purpose. At this point, I'm going to make sure I get up to 505 subs just to make sure it stays.
Right? The same thing happens to me. I seem to get to a number, and then it just goes back and forth, and then I get a jump, and then it's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I try not to look too much, man. It drives you nuts.
Yeah. But okay, the good thing didn't break. I have a little thing I found in a garage sale of the Hogwarts Express.
Oh, sweet.
So I have that. So I had put that there to keep the curtain from being blown out to create another glare on this comic. But I guess the wind was enough to push it over.
Gotcha.
So,
hey, I'm gonna have to jump off, man. I got husband duties coming up.
People have those? I thought you get to have fun the whole time.
No, I wish, man. I gotta go. I got somebody coming over to look at the alarm system. So.
All right. Well, thank you for hopping on.
Anytime. I'll look out for that contest. Okay.
All right. You too.
All right. Man. Good. I love the new setup. Everybody in the chat, be good. Take care, man.
All right. Take care. See you later.
Be good.
All right. So what else was there? But yeah, just rearranging my sub content. Collecting pops. I'll get a lot of pops here. And I got a comment here. Okay, no problem, two boys. Here you go. Here it popped up. Listening, but working on some things for a show tonight. Ooh, I can't wait. Question: which suit do you like best for Spider-Man? Well, I think I always liked the black suit Spider-Man because it was cool. I'll have to. Whatever. I like the black suit Spider-Man. It's just really something about the black is really cool. But ultimately, I think Spider-Man in his normal outfit, how he looks, is ultimately best. Like I love how the Sam Raimi Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, those Spider movies, the way the web is defined like that, I really like that look. But yeah, something about the red and the blue just works perfect together. But I think the next up be a black suit would be the black suit. So I don't know. It depends. Sometimes I shift. That one Gamerverse suit was really cool. But that was really cool. So have a good day, guys. And you asked, who is Spider-Man's best love interest? Well, I've always been a firm Mary Jane. That was just, it's kind of like Lois Lane, Superman, Romeo and Juliet, Peter Parker and Mary Jane. It's funny because I always liked, as a kid, I was like, the whole blonde thing was always a thing. So, but I was never into Gwen Stacy. She was just not. I didn't like Gwen. She was too. Well, not that I didn't like her, but she was too airy. Like an unfulfilled character. Like she had so much promise, but who she was never fully realized. Now. The Gwen Stacy that Emma Stone plays in the Amazing Spider-Man movies where it combines a little bit of Mary Jane's spunk with Gwen Stacy. That is a cool character. And if that had been the Gwen Stacy in the comic books, it might have been Gwen Stacy that I like. But I like Mary Jane. Just the red hair, fiery redheads, just really, really cool. Is the Iron Spider suit Iron Man made a better suit than the white one? Well, you're talking about the Future Foundation suit, and I don't know if there's anything special to the Future Foundation suit other than it being white like that. But I imagine the Iron Spider suit being better, obviously, just because it's well, for one, it smells like a new car, and two, just the metal, the more iron and cool, and would it definitely enhance him. But yeah. That was definitely that. The Future Foundation suit, the all white and all white and the basically a reverse Venom. It was just a definitely no matter how many Spider-Man suits you throw up in there, the Future Foundation suit is definitely in the bottom of the list. It even falls behind the metal armor Spider-Man suit that you see in Web of Spider-Man 100. Well, that's cool. I mean, in fact, you're right up there with Stan Lee, I think. I've heard that Gwen Stacy was kind of modeled after his wife and all that. And Gwen Stacy and Mary Jane was modeled after someone else. Hey, welcome to the stream, Big Will.
I just got in the house, saw you had an open invite, and you were alone. I was like, well, I got to fix that.
Yeah, well, Hialeah was here earlier, so now I've had two people who've never been on my channel before on. So welcome, Big Will.
Nice to see
you. So, what's up with you and your channel?
Not much, man. Hopefully, we'll be ramping up here near the end of the month and doing a lot more stuff. I got plans, man. I got plans. And you're yet another Matt, aren't you?
Yeah, it's me, Seven,
Thanos and Seven.
Thanos, yeah. So I always prefer Matt over Matthew. I never liked my full name. Although there was one time as a kid I preferred Matthew for like 6 months, but Matt was always cooler. Of course.
Well, I'm lucky in that there's so many names that you can call a William.
Yeah.
There's Willis, Willie, Will, Billy, Bill.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, it could also be because Richard is Richard, or you might. I think I've heard a Richard named Will too. So my son's in the background, so he's signing "I love you." So.
I love you. Yeah.
So, but yeah, not much here. Like I said, just rearranged my office just a few weeks ago or whatever. So this is actually the first live stream I've had with my office. Well, maybe not live stream because I did the test camera angle. Figure out the best angle for my camera because otherwise it was on top of my computer, but it was just back here. But I wanted the slight angle. So
what we talking about? I literally just popped in.
Well, let's read this comment first. I don't have time to debate because I'm reading an Avengers. Yeah, well, he says the whole Gwen Stacy, Mary Jane thing. But, well, the only thing I really talked about at the very beginning was I talked about my 500 sub giveaway, here because I'm doing the road to 500. So just need 10 more subs to get there.
Nice.
And then
I'm about 88 or 90 away.
Nice. But I had a smaller prize for 500 subs, Deadpool, first appearance pop and a signed print by an artist by an artist from Colorado here where I live. So all I have to do to enter that is go to the Road to 500 video and comment hashtag 500 sub giveaway, and we'll do a comment randomizer picker thing that JB does for his will. So that's just figured make it fun and simple for 500, not make it too complicated.
That sounds good to me.
And then during my live show, I want to do another trivia because I had such a fun time with 400 subs that
I watched your thing you did with John. I don't get to catch your videos often, but I managed to get that one, and that was fun. How you guys were debating about the Avengers and the JLA and all.
But yeah. So I did 100 questions for that, and so that's what we're gonna do for that. And the winner gets to pick. Well, the winner gets one of these two signed Mike Zeck prints.
Oh, nice.
There's a link And again, I'll put the link to the straw poll in the chat or in the description, but it's also further up in the chat. So I let anyone vote on it. So the winner of the books will get given away as the trivia prize, and I get to keep the other one. So I'm really hoping ASM 294 wins because I want to keep the whale.
Well, I've already decided. Whenever I hit 500, I'll do a contest, and I managed to got the whole Craven's Last Hunt. So I'll get that whole 6-issue series as the prize.
Yeah, that's cool.
Those are, I love that black costume, man, and the way the covers were done by Zach on that. Well, he didn't do all of them, but man, it looks good, especially how dark it is in all of them, plus the black suit. It just looks really cool.
Yeah. But yeah, the show that you caught, the knockout, I've been having a fun time with. So I'm approaching the end of round 1, and so we'll be entering round 2, where I will make a appearance more as a host, because my record is 2 and I think 5 now.
What were they? Because I only know about the one with John.
I've won. I won episode 1 with me against Matt, the boy at 7. We was Amazing Spider-Man versus Superior Spider-Man, and then I won the Wolverine versus Black Panther. So I won arguing Wolverine. So that's the side that move forward there. So, but yeah, then it will be just finding a time that works for 3 of us, and I get to post more of the questions and just listen to you guys whoever it is going at it. So, but yeah, I definitely have a lot of fun there, and even have a few more ideas for when I do season 2, whenever that is.
If you ever need to find someone, I would love to jump in on that because that looked fun.
Awesome. Well, I'll definitely put you down there because Batman Popster here also expressed an interest last time. So that definitely.
I noticed he kept commenting, "I need to be in this."
Yeah. And that'd be really cool. In fact, if I could find enough people, I would love to just sit back and watch, and basically be a Matt John on Comigories and just watch the fun and all that. So let's see. Let me get to a couple more of the comments here. What are your thoughts on an earlier edition of Spider-Man known as Richard Wentworth, aka Spider?
Oh yeah, I know about that.
And I've heard. I think I've heard a little bit, but unfortunately,
I think a golden age. In very close to the Silver Age, I believe, but he was like a crime fighter, like the original Sandman and such, and he was just called the Spider.
Yeah, like I said, I barely know enough about him to know about him. Like I said, oh yeah, I've heard about him, but otherwise, my thoughts are I don't know enough to voice an opinion. So I'd be a very poor authority on that question for sure. What villain of Batman's would you see as a challenge for Spider-Man? Man,
that's an interesting question because it depends. Are you going mental or physical? Because physically, Spider-Man would win over almost every one of them.
Yeah, I mean, but
mentally, he'd lose.
Yeah, I mean, I could see how Joker would be a fit somewhat because Joker is kind of like the Green Goblin of Spider-Man in the craziness.
But I think he would be able to stop the Joker fairly easy, but he'd never really be able to win. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Joker is like I said, you said, is more of a mental, not the physical.
The best case for both. Tell me if you agree or not. I would say Bane is the best case for both physically and mentally.
Yeah, I just thought of that right before you said Bane. But I also like Mr. Freeze too, because his added weapon there too of Spider-Man, maybe because I wonder if Spider-Man could stick to ice. So what if
I don't know if he could, but with the tragedy of the backstory that they use for Mr. Freeze now, they would probably wind up working together on a cure or something.
Yeah, but I definitely think Bane there too would provide the physical aspect there, which would not be overpower, and mental. Yeah, you can do enough. So Bane would probably be the only one of serious
threat.
Because otherwise, like you said, you got the Penguin.
Yeah, well,
and maybe
Ra's al Ghul, but not in a one-on-one.
Yeah, that would be more of a team up kind of thing with someone else who's physical as well. Oh, Joker is a lower tier Osborn. Yeah, because like I said, Osborn is the physical and the mental, whereas Joker is more just the let's get crazy. So, but yeah, that was that there too. So yeah, this has been a lot of fun. So yeah, let me write that down before I forget. Guess,
Bubs has a mention. Man-Bat. I think Man-Bat is low intelligent enough, though, that Spidey would be able to eventually trap him. I mean, he's a giant spider, and the bat would then be like a big fly. So I still think Spider-Man will come out on top of that.
Yeah, so I got you Big Deal. Oh, Big Deal. Big Will and
well, hey, if you are, you are, you know.
So those are definitely two confirmed guests, and I've had a couple other people. So that's definitely two new people to add there too. So definitely fun. And what about Catwoman? If she's along the lines of Black Cat, maybe. But if she's but if she can't do the same things she did, maybe not.
But again, then she would wind up doing like Black Cat, wind up being more of an ally and they butt heads rather than be a true enemy.
Yeah. Yeah. Lex Luthor would be probably a challenge.
The question was Batman villains, so we didn't think about Lex Luthor, but
yeah,
he would be. But then again, when you get to the physical aspect,
yeah, definitely there. So that's a lot of fun. But yeah, not much going on other than the fact that I just wanted to. It'd been a while since I created a hangout. I wanted to do I had the day off of work, so I thought might as well do an earlier show and see what's up. Just hang out and talk for a little bit. So I'm glad to turn this into something now. So.
Well, check out what I got. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I know I'll sell it, but I don't know if I should get it graded or not. I found the second print that came out like 25 years later of 101.
Nice. That's the one I have, and I actually vastly prefer it to the original, the first print because of the color.
I do like that color, and you're more apt to find these above a 7.0 than the other one.
Yeah. In fact, I've also I've thought of going I don't think I need the first print just because I prefer the second print, and then it just looks so much better CGC graded. Just something about the color scheme for the first print is just it's a cool cover, but just the brown and the green and just more of the earth tone.
I mean, there's only so much positive you can say about it, first or second print, because he has 6 arms.
Are you serious? Is that a first print or the second print? Because that is a awesome find.
For 8, I would assume he found the first.
Awesome, because I found one. I found a box of comics once at the yard sale next door. I got the Eternals number 12. I got Marvel Tales reprint of ASM 121, and I got one other comic. Oh, the what if Jane Foster had found the Thor Hammer of Thor. So I saw it was lower grade stuff, but it was definitely cool things. I picked out like 20 books there for $10. So or I think if you're talking about me, yeah, it's Mr. Comics 89 just without the capital letters. What is your favorite Spider-Man team-up storyline in comics? I'm probably very easy to read. I'd probably say I like just the Human Torch Spider-Man off the top of my head. But
so you like it when he is of someone with like mind.
I like, something like him there too.
I like it when he has to be the adult in other situations, like when he's with Wolverine or he's with Deadpool and he's the adult.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen a few. Although one of my favorites that I recently read was the Marvel team up of Spider-Man and Red Sonja when Mary Jane gets possessed by the spirit of Red Sonja and all that, and it was kind of like a calm down killer kind of thing, and I can't hurt Mary Jane, kind of a thing. So it was really cool to read that one. Cool.
Looks like he was talking about the other guy's IG.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't sure, so I wanted to say mine.
That's all right. Yeah, he said it was the first print, so nice find, man. That's a great find. because that book's expensive in the lower grades now. And have you noticed how this one's starting to go up?
I've noticed there too, and I definitely need to grab it. I mean, I've passed on it a few times because I've wanted another book or two more, but I really need to grab it before it gets out of
This
there.
one's for sale, just in case you're interested.
How much are you asking for?
Well, I don't know. I got to look at it more and figure out what grade it is. It's probably about an 8.0, 8.5.
Yeah.
I have to see what it is. Of course, raw is going to be a lot cheaper than your graded stuff. So.
Definitely. Yeah, especially since they're adding more females into the mix just to even things up. So yeah, definitely there. You got Phantom Web there and Captain Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
You have a character everyone loves to hate.
I like Jessica Drew better than the second Spider-Woman, but I tend to like the colors of the second Spider-Woman's costume better than Jessica Drew.
Yeah, I like that too. I bought a few of those new Spider-Woman, that the re number 1 or whatever, the new series or whatever. So I've gotten a few of those. I'm not sure if I'll continue that or just do the first arc and call it good.
I'm not that big a fan of Spider-Man, so I passed on it. But man, some of those covers looked amazing.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So, yep.
So, you been doing any more art? I noticed on IG you recreated that 33 somewhere.
Yeah, I was very happy with that, especially how the water turns out. My first attempt at doing any sort of water, I tend to avoid things without definitive shapes.
Yeah. Well, from the distance that I'm looking at it, and where you're holding it, it really looks like a print of the cover.
Well, yeah, I did pretty good. The only part I really would say messed up on a little bit is it was hard to get his hand right. So his hand kind of looks like it was swollen a little bit.
Well, the water will hide that. So
yeah, so I mean that was my only fault there. But yeah, I wanted to do a Spider-Man cover, but because of I am not. There's a guy on Mark who did the painting behind Reggie and all that. The guy who did that. I mean, I'm not his skill by far. I mean, I'm an amateur compared to him.
But you'd like to try the glow in the dark stuff?
That was cool. But so I want to do an ASM cover. Well, I can't do. I mean, that eliminates a lot of the newer stuff and things that are so busy and all that. I almost thought about doing the first Hobgoblin, but I decided against it. So I decided that if I want to do an ASM, I really needed to stick to early Silver Age, sub.
Why not? I believe it's 28, First Molten Man.
Yeah.
That's basically just black with lines for the most part and some gold.
But I wanted to do a cover that I was in love with too. So, I mean, I love that cover, but I just wanted to do something there. So I decided on 33 because the simplicity of the background with the metal. Spider-Man was a little bit, because in the dark and being crushed, it minimized what I had to do for Spider-Man. But the biggest challenge with him came to the water, which I did pretty good on. In fact, I even made the water.
That's a unique book because the reason everyone loves the cover is because of the story on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
And that's that I have that book in a slab because it's one of the ones you get, when you get classic Spider-Man.
Yeah, if someone started out collecting comics to read on Spider-Man, what should they look to pick up?
That's a you question. I wouldn't know.
Well, I would just. Not really sure.
I would imagine there's almost as much Spider-Man as there is Batman. There's so much to choose from.
Yeah, when I started getting Spider-Man, beginning when I first started collecting and all that, I was getting stuff around the issues I was familiar with, like Kraven the Hunter storyline, Death of Kraven the Hunter, and things like that. Although I guess I ultimately started off with Series 5 of ASM, the current series, and then just started collecting that all the way through, and then worked my way back all over the place. So there's that. But my favorite Spider-Man villain is Green Goblin. This is my ultimate favorite. Although I like when he merged with Carnage, that Red Goblin was cool. No weaknesses, all badass. That would be a great villain to add to Knockout, because I also thought about doing like Knockout villains or whatever, just bad guys, or half the bracket being heroes, half the bracket being villains, and then working our way up to a one bad guy, one hero for the championship, kind of like the best of the best. Looks like the question for you here for you.
Oh.
If you could write your own comic book and use 5 characters, what would you choose?
Wolverine, Plastic Man, Power Girl, the Tick, and for no apparent reason, Ambush Bug.
Cool. And we got another person interested in joining us. So welcome, Weapon X. How's it going?
Hey.
Or Mr. Weapon X Squeaker, I think. I think your volume's messed up a little bit.
Yeah, you sound like a chipmunk.
The 4th chipmunk, Weapon X. Let's see real quick here. What were your first?
4.5 max.
Or is your picture? There you go.
Better.
That's better. Yep.
Good.
Nice.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us, Weapon.
Yeah, how you guys on? I figured I'd come on here and make fun of Bub's comics. So.
Well, everyone has to have a hobby.
Yeah.
So, what were you guys' first comic books that you read? The books that I first remember reading as a kid was like the Archie's Reader Digest kind of thing. But the first superhero I remember reading was the Reign of Superman, Death of Superman storyline. That's why it's my favorite.
I can't answer the question, man, because comics helped me to learn how to read. I can't remember there not being comics in the house, so I wouldn't know the answer.
But yeah. What about you, Weapon X? Do you have a first comic book you read?
It was G.I. Joe. I forgot which issue. I want to say like 47 or something. That's the first one that I ever read. So
that's cool.
And then I think the first one I bought with my own money was like the G.I. Joe yearbook, #2, with the white cover stuff. So I ended up having to track it down many years later and buying it to add to my collection.
It's always sad when you see the bottom of the cup. It's like there's no more.
I don't have a cup, so.
Well, is your son a big Spider-Man fan? Also, does he have a favorite of his own?
How old is he?
He just turned 12 in June, so he does like Spider-Man. My wife and my son surprised me. They went up to Denver recently, and they stopped and they bought me 2 pops from a Barnes & Noble. One was the Iron Spider from Endgame with the activate instant kill red eyes, and the other one that they bought was the Web of Spider-Man, first appearance of on the back of the cover, which I already had. So I gave it to my son to keep that one. But he likes Superman, he likes Spider-Man, he likes the Flash.
So he's more of a DC guy.
He seems like more of a DC guy, although he does like some of the stuff I like. Although sometimes it's hard to tell if he really likes it or if he's just trying to be like Dad, So, but it's really cool. But he basically is more of a DC fan, I'd guess, on his own. But he does collect Spider-Man too now and then. So, in fact, I think he does have a few of those. Hey, I think you got someone coming on here to argue against you, Weapon.
Oh.
What you talking about?
Let's get it on. All right, guys.
What's going on, bro?
No pinching, no hitting below the belt, no name
What?
calling.
About
All right, I'm
the
out.
eyes.
Learn how to fight.
Three Stooges, pal. Three Stooges.
I tell you what, though, you talking no hitting below the belt. So we watch UFC fights every Saturday night, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot of fun. But if you learn nothing else, you know that there's 3 moves that you need to win any fight against, no matter what size opponent you have, right? And that's poke him in the eye, kick him in the nuts, and then kick him in the head when he's all down on all fours. Because those are the only 3 things you're not allowed to do in a fight, and they work. Like you poke these big, huge guys, you poke them in the eye, and they're like, they don't like, they can't move. Kick them in the nuts, and they take 5 minutes to recover.
Yeah.
There you go. I got you guys.
Yeah. Well, it's like I always say when people say, you try to start a fight? Going like, I don't start a fight. I finish them. I don't know karate, but I know kick your ass. So I'm all talk and no bite. What can I say?
So what'd you pick up to the drive-thru, bub? What do we get? A number 5?
Yeah.
Nope. I got a cherry slushy, and I finished it. My teeth and tongue are all red, so I thought I'd go on camera.
Wow.
Logic is perfect.
Yeah.
Kidneys.
So what's up with everyone else? Anything new coming? Like I said, I have a couple new videos I'm currently editing. This is my son's dog, Thea. She likes to do this and get my lap. So, but
at least it's not a cat.
Nope. But she likes to get up. In fact, it's the only time I'll let her get up on my lap is on my office chair. If it's on the couch, it's to get down. So she is a attention-seeking little whore. So.
Oh, poor little whore.
Well, after me, I don't have anything planned except the 31st. I'm going to do an auction.
That's cool.
At some point, I'll have to do a preview video, but I'm waiting to see if I get books back from CGC in time or not.
That's cool. Are you making?
Did you get your books back from CBCS?
Oh no, they were sent off last month, so I've got a long ways to wait.
Only about a few more weeks. They're usually pretty quick. I got mine about 6 weeks after I sent them off.
No, they're also getting pressed because they were signed, so I've got about 10 months to wait.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. I guess I didn't worry about sending mine off,
Yeah. But the problem is that unlike CGC, CBS will tell you how many people, or at least Steve Borak will tell you how many people. They only have 3 full-time pressers. That's it. That's why they're so behind.
That's cool. Well, at least it's in-house, not all over the place.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, Big Will, when you get your My Little Ponies back, that their price has gone up since you sent them in time.
It's not likely. It's not likely at all.
If I get My Little Ponies back, you will see me on the pyre, and they will be burning everything.
We're bringing back book burning because Little Pony's gonna get it.
I do not understand the psychological ways of the brony. I can't comprehend it. It's like, why?
Yeah. When I was at Mile High Comics in Denver, one of the few times, whatever, My Little Pony comic books came up, or going like, what was the purpose of those? And going, you'd be surprised at how many big tough guys coming in going, you knew My Little Pony? It's like, really? It's like,
wow.
To each his own, I guess, but
Yeah.
unless you're a 12-year-old girl, I don't get the point. But I'm not judging. So.
Yeah, I mean, well, of course, we really can't say too much because all of us liked the Care Bears when they were on TV.
Well, that was different.
I did not
Man.
like Care Bears. I hated the Care Bears. I hated the Snorks. I hated the Smurfs, but I liked Gargamel because I wanted him to kill the Smurfs, so I could get behind that. But,
The Smurfs were okay for me. The Care Bears ended near the time I started watching, so I really don't have an honest opinion. And the Snorks were just weird.
My little thing for TV was Snorks, and I remember watching some Barney. Those are my 2 shameful moments.
My favorite childhood shows, as far as cartoons, was The Tick and Gargoyles.
I like those.
Who was it? Who was it? The worm in the suit. The
Earthworm Jim?
Yeah.
I remember
Jim. I remember playing the games of that, but that's it.
I remember that guy. I remember that thinking it was kind of cool that this worm got this human superpowered suit and all that. And then who was that other guy, the all Freakazoid?
Yeah, Freakazoid was awesome.
This all powerful guy, but then he ran around going, so I'm like, Seriously, I seen you turn to lightning. Why are you running around like this?
Yeah, that's because he was awesome. He was like the Tick turned up to 12.
Oh, I like the Tick. Just where he's at. One of my
Yeah. But yeah.
So,
I never watched.
It's number one, Big Will. You need to get a Tick first appearance of the Tick.
I've looked at them before, try and see what their prices are at if I could get one. I just never bothered looking again.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tick would be an awesome book to have.
nice.
And we're getting the panoramic bub.
Well, I can do it too. In fact, this new angle here highlights it's the gray I'm starting to show in my in my temples here. I'm getting a Mr. Fantastic look.
Yeah, I'm young. I'm good.
Well, I'm young too, but I'm cursed with my dad's hair. He started turning gray when he was mid-20s. At least I waited 5 more years.
I bet you money you're older than I am.
Maybe. How old are you?
I bet you money that Weapon X is older than both of you put together.
He's 60?
Weapon X? No, I don't think he's that young. Weapon X, how old are you?
45.
Oh,
I'll be 32 next month.
Huh?
Well, we're the same age then, because I'm 31, going to be turning 30. No, yeah, 32 in April. So I'm actually younger than you. So,
Oh wow, okay.
I got you by a few months. So.
Well, no, you got me longer than that. Next month is September. Next month I'll be 32.
Yeah.
No.
Well, by a few months, yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's a.
I've never gone live on mobile before. This is the first time. It's not bad. Seems to work.
Well, it
It's
ain't
working
bad.
pretty good.
Yeah.
But
I've never gone mobile before too. I just don't want to play with it yet. I like to be stationary with my background. The only mobile I've gone is when I've shot hunting videos like that. So I might go.
I was gonna say some of us have to work, but judging there's 4 here, so I'm just gonna say one of us has to work. I don't know. I don't know about some of
I'm
us.
gonna jump, but yeah, I just came off for lunch. I was on lunch break.
Yeah, me too. All right, my lunch is over. I gotta
Yeah.
go back in. Be mean to people. That's what they pay me to do.
Awesome.
hey, if you're good at your job,
Yeah.
I know. Thanks for having me on, 89.
No problem. Welcome back anytime. So take
All
care.
right. Yeah.
See you, Bubs.
See ya. So hey, Weapon, are you working on anyone's intros? Or...
No, I'm not working on any intros right now. Well, I'm working on one for somebody, but I'm not really doing it. I got school starting again Monday, so
I understand.
School.
I got to figure out how to do an intro for myself.
So
Yeah. Like I said, I like the one Weapon designed for me. That I also thought I want to try my hand at making one here. I had a different idea because I had like that movie trailer kind of or commercial kind of thing. So I had the idea. So I literally had 25 or 30 building up because I had to add a clip, save it, put the video in there, add another video on top of the layer, and kind of string them together, and that's why it all appears like that. So every single picture and video that pops up was one more save and publish and go back to the beginning. So I had to time things up, and then 1 month later, after I did that, I got into collecting pops. So it's like, oh man, I have to do at least one more to figure that thing out now. So
I stayed away from the pops.
Well, I did it for the longest time too, but I liked appearing in Discovery Bay's Instagram tag of the day, and he got a little stingy.
So that's your reason to get into pops?
You're going to be highlighted every day.
He was being stuck up about it, so I had to diversify.
All right, guys, I'm going to jump off. I'm going to get back to work myself. So.
All right.
Thanks for having me. See you, Big Will. See
ya.
you, Matt.
But I own one pop, and that's because I accidentally won it, and it was sent to me.
Yeah, well, I had 6 before. 2 Spider-Man, 2 Stan Lee, Thanos with the gauntlet and the sword he had from in-game, and then a Denver Broncos football player because Broncos are my favorite team, and it was at my LCS. So, in fact, if I wanted to pay $200, I could get one that was signed by him. I've seen one signed there. I've often eyed it a few times, going, man, win the lottery and you're mine. So,
No, Ricardo says he's slowly collecting them. He's got 2 already.
Nice. Or got Two-Face and Hella. So that's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna stay away. I'm gonna focus on getting better books and not do the pops. But that's me, to each his own.
Yeah, looks like you got another question coming up here. What is your opinion on, I'm guessing, Daredevil?
He's a great idea.
Yeah.
There's great potential, but I don't read Daredevil. He's never going to be more than a street level hero. So I'm kind of indifferent. Now, if you're talking about the movie, it sucked balls of a donkey in heat.
Yeah. The only thing I didn't really like about the movie was the guy that they had playing Fisk, Kingpin. I didn't.
Well, I thought he was fine, but the guy that played Bullseye, to me, that was not Bullseye.
Yeah, I can see that too. They could have done better.
The thing that they did right, the only thing they did right, first off, Affleck doesn't have the face for Daredevil. He didn't look it. But the way they had his mind's eye, how he viewed everything when he would hit something, and do like that sonar a bit, how he viewed the world, I thought they did really well. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be a good way to good way to see, because then you can literally see everything. Of course, the vibrations and all that too. It was really cool. But yeah, of course, Daredevil. I mean, Spider-Man's a street level hero, although they try to do more with him too. But,
yeah, but there is potential to do more with Spider-Man because of his powers. All Daredevil has is he's an expert boxer and he's got heightened senses.
Cool. They did a comparison on movie versus Netflix, which...
Well, that's an easy win. Netflix all the way.
Yeah. I've only watched one episode of Daredevil on Netflix. I might go into and watch from the beginning. But it was at Punisher season 2, episode 8, the sin something, whatever.
But no, you don't have to fight cosmic level threats. I'm just saying that he's always in Hell's Kitchen pretty much. So I don't ever read him, and if he is outside of Hell's Kitchen, I wouldn't know about it because I don't read him. He's just not for me. Yeah,
I only have a few Daredevils. The Punisher. I have a very few early Daredevil books, and I have very few Punisher related books, like Punisher 10. Punisher versus Daredevil crossover appearance of whatever that I might be selling.
Don't know. I have one.
So
I have one Daredevil book, and it's at CGC right now. It's number 4.
I'm biased. I collect and focus on attorney characters.
That's an odd focus, but I like it.
Well, no more odd than Squatchy collecting only like the Sasquatch, characters.
Yeah. He's got a lot of one and done books, I would imagine.
Yeah, I'm going like I would imagine. I'm wondering like how the hell would you verify that? Going like, okay, that's a hairy monkey looking creature, therefore it's a Bigfoot related character, or
hey, he's offering to jump on.
Sure, he can jump on for a little bit. I mean, I think I will close it off here at the top of the hour. So, because I do have my own little honeydew list I should be doing, honestly.
Oh, so you got about another 20 minutes?
Well, there's just some things that need to get done. Just have to be done. So here, Ricardo, just in case, I'll drop the link in the chat here one more time. So just my own little thing that has to get done today, especially if I want to go out and run to town and just do whatever,
Yeah.
I have my own interests in diversifying things, that don't translate to YouTube, so I don't really talk about it because I kind of keep this comic book related, just so that way I don't offend people.
Well, I'm pretty much just with the comics.
How's it going, Ricky?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I did this once, but I know there's a feedback that I got to stop, right?
Yeah.
Are you watching YouTube as well?
Let me close YouTube. Okay, I closed YouTube. There we go.
You're good.
There you go.
I did it with Rob 5 minutes after Rob Worst got me into this. But since you were mentioning, hold up, I was actually looking for this camera because I have, the normal default one, but then I had a better one. And then I hooked up my mic for a better viewing experience.
Yeah.
But I actually also moved in I turned my little walk-in closet into an office. Everybody's adapting during the pandemic, cutting costs, and everybody's got their drama. But I have, since I've been getting into this like a year and so ago. But let me focus. So what I've been doing is I can't get at your level of black belt. You guys are black belt in comic books. I used to be. I started getting back into it. I met Rob Worst at a deposition, and then I go, oh, I gotta get back into it. So then I go, I can't recover my old high school collection days. So what niche can I get into that nobody is into, and what can I offer the comic book community? So for over a year, I've been focusing on legal and like lawyer stuff. And I actually put up, let me see, do I even have that list? I threw it away, but I made a list. But I'll show you, because you were talking about Daredevil. Yeah. This is what I got: the trial of the Hulk, the trial of Venom, the trial of the Flash. And up there, hold up, let me see if I can just focus. Whoops.
You got the trial of Magneto and Reed Richards?
No, actually, I made a list yesterday. There's like 20 books that I gotta collect now.
Yeah.
But I also collect comic book. Robin, grown up Robin from Earth 2. There's my Two-Face Funko Pop. There's Batman in court with the gavel. There's Daredevil 53. I'm so biased. Ronan the Accuser. Ronan a badass. I don't know if you consider him a prosecutor, but he's a bad. I have and then Two Gun Kid back there, and Manhunter. So I'm slowly getting into a little niche, that I can offer the comic book community. A little niche, So this is Frankie. Everybody's going crazy with their kids during the pandemic.
I
don't have that problem.
Oh,
yeah. But Max, to answer your question, for me, I would it was Human Torch was my favorite, and I like Reed Richards, Sue Storm, and The Thing. That's the order. That's my order in favorites.
The Thing, Reed Richards, Johnny, then Susan.
I actually saw yesterday The Trial of Reed Richards, so now I need to get that book, The Trial of Reed Richards.
Yeah. Sorry it took so long to get you your answer, but I was letting him finish what he was talking about. So, but yeah, there was only one trial I read with attorney like that. It was the trial of Superman, whatever, where Cyborg Superman's back and he's I don't fully understand it because I haven't read the whole thing, but he's like Superman's being accused of something. So it was just In fact, I actually just showed off the book today. I was recording an episode of my collection series for the Superman Man of Steel title, and that was those books made an appearance in the book. So I'd like to do those shows on Monday nights or whatever.
Yeah.
Are you going to collect
Superman as well? Yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to collect any of the Civil War stuff? Because all that has to do with the law.
Oh, yeah. This is the bad thing when you start collecting. Eventually, if I go to the dollar bin and I see something I like, I'll pick it up. But I gotta keep my focus, because if not, it's like the black hole. You start branching out. So if I want to focus, I really know.
How focused is your focus? Because that entire story is they passed a law and then some of the heroes followed cap and didn't want to do it. It's where you got the Secret Avengers, all that.
So, like everybody's got a budget. So I got to be conservative with my budget. So, I focus on, I'll show books another day, but first of all, I just trying to hunt down little, just different attorney characters. And now, last night, I brought in my focus to trial. She-Hulk. Yeah, somebody mentioned.
Yeah, so we have to have the Savage She-Hulk #1. There you go. That's the first book I thought about.
She's there, and I've got from the other. I have issue ones from the other volumes, but obviously this one is a beauty right here. And this is my only slab book, by the way, because I gotta save up for. I'm actually thinking about She-Venom. I have the first appearance in, but the cameos, and then I don't have the She-Venom by herself, which is like the following issue or something.
I didn't buy that. I didn't buy that. I saw it at my first and right now only Comic-Con I've been to, the She-Hulk #1 there. That is like $70, I think. And I thought about it, but I just passed up on it.
I didn't know She-Venom was like a lawyer.
Yeah. So obviously, Anne's first appearance is here, but then She-Hulk's is in where is it? In this one. Whoops! I got confused with the cameras.
No problem.
This is the Sinner Takes Oz, where she first appears. This is her first appearance, but not first, I guess. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
That's
Nice.
where she comes out. But then I guess the issue you're talking about that was $70 is the other one where she's on the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
But yeah, if we're talking about from that law angle, I can't think of very many books I have other than, the Trials of Superman books, and then, I'm not sure if there's any others specifically that come to mind or not. I can't think of it.
Depending on how far you go, I mean, you go like the pre-code stuff, the 50s and 40s. There's a lot of stuff. Like I think there's a title called Crime and Punishment.
There's a district attorney
stuff that you could do,
and there's Mr. District Attorney. I don't have any of those. There's a Two Gun Kid is the popular one. I gotta get some more Two Gun Kids, the original.
Yeah. Although you might, would you clarify that? Would you say that this falls under the law Action Comics 124 where Superman's delivering bad guys to the cops?
No. I mean that is law enforcement. Yeah. I'm more focused on the.
So, would you collect any Judge Dredd then? Because he is all of it.
Right, Judge Dredd is on my list. If I can, I don't have my emails open, but for example, this is another stretch of the law. Scales of Justice. Now I'm collecting. I have a Wonder Woman up there, the Frisson variant, Wonder Woman 51, where she's with the Scales of Justice.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then so I'll collect Scales of Justice. Here's Batman versus. You see the Scales of Justice. And then I just a random look. Icon was a lawyer. This one is very out of price range, so I just got a Clifford DeVoe from the original, the Flash, and so I'm not gonna get an all Flash because I don't have thousands of dollars. But the Thinker was a lawyer, the original Manhunter, and then also Kate Spencer. Different thing, obviously. Two-Face.
Oh yeah.
So I also collect famous lawyers. Where's my? Well, I don't have it, but I have Two-Face there, and I have more books. But I wanted to focus, one day either with Rob or somebody, or get on the show and just do a niche, and I think that's something I can offer the comic book community. If everybody picks a little niche, and then we can, learn about interesting characters and themes within comic books, so because I know I'm not gonna get to a level, of 30 years collecting or 20 years because it's too hard for me to go back and catch up. But what I can do is, focus on a little area where.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've come away too here. And in 2 years, I've managed to collect half of the ASM books out there. Here we go.
Fell out. So yeah, so I'm trying to focus. Prepare my content. Prepare my wisdom. My knowledge to be able to have a dynamic show in the future with somebody, you know, just come in and talk about the more you know moment, you know. Did you know, you know, character or whatever, and then, you know, talk about that area, you know, and interesting stuff, you know, and you know, stuff like that.
Did you drop this penny?
I don't know anything about this, Max, so I am not excited because I don't know.
That's why it's good for me to find a niche.
Yeah. Rocksteady, I think he's talking about the turtles. Something to do with the turtles.
I still don't know. But yeah, my little niche, I guess, was not really so much a little niche. It was Superman and Spider-Man, all that. Although if I dropped everything else but one thing, I basically is ASM, Amazing Spider-Man. So that is my niche.
I am another one on my list, which is you're the expert on Spider-Man. Crime Master is an attorney. I can't get that's a lot of money. I don't know how much.
It's not as some.
I don't really have a niche. I mean, my favorite character is Wolverine, and then I have a really small PC. Everything else I buy, it's for an investment later or to sell, you know, soon. So I don't know about I don't know if I call Wolverine a niche or not.
No.
I would say it'd be a niche. It's your little nook. It's what you collect. So it's just what you like. So if it
Wolverine,
if you call it a niche, what?
This was because if you see my little image on Ricky Rodriguez, you see when I made a Mapo Man, or in Spanish, a Mop Man. And the funny thing was that when I looked it up, in this Wolverine, there's a Mop Man. So, because I want a Halloween costume in my condo association, I dressed up with a mop and gloves, and like it was Mop Man or Mapo Man in Cuban slang, Miami slang. And then I looked, you know, many things we think of already probably thought of. So I looked, is there a Mop Man in the comic book universe? And there was. And the funny thing about Mop Man, which is in this comic, so you're talking about Wolverine, is that Mop Man is a homeless man from Miami. So that was the funny thing about that.
Cool.
But first appearance, you know, these are the ads. They have the Marvel value stamp. I got, you know, the Wolverine ad in these.
Oh, yeah.
So I got some stuff, but this is part of the thing about diverging from my legal path that I just showed you. Sometimes you see a book and I want it, but you get off track. So it's very hard to stay on the focus. But I've done pretty well.
Yeah, I started out big bang, and I started like exploding out, and then I've slowly started narrowing and turning back inward. You know that I still collect or still get my new comic books on Wednesday that are or whatever, but I basically only get certain titles like ASM, Superman, Action Comics, and then Fantastic Four, and then just so I don't diversify too much, and so in fact, I'm even going through my collection now, going, you know, I one time I had a good little stack of Silver Surfer, you know, I've since narrowed it down to down here. You know, I've sold a lot of my Silver Surfer just because I thought, well, I don't really collect Silver Surfer. I mean, there's the coverless on Silver Surfer 1 and 4 that I bought facsimile covers for to display with.
Mm-hmm.
I bought a couple issues like you can't see it, but I have my Silver Surfer 44 and a CGC 9.8 first appearance of the Infinity Gauntlet that came back that way. So I'm never getting rid of that because that's one of the first 9.8s that came back from CGC. So I was super excited about that. So I'm never getting rid of that book. So, but there are a few books like that I'll keep. The rest I've just said, okay, it's going into my box to sell on auctions when I make an appearance or whatever. So
I in a lot of wisdom from you guys since I came back into the comic book community, I guess a year and a half ago or two. And I've learned from everybody's mistakes, you know. So not mistakes, just preferences. Let me not call them mistakes, because for some people, they might value just collecting everything. It's not you know. So we all have our different perspectives. But for what I want to do, I guess I've started. You know what Mr. Comics says. let's instead of going big and buying everything, I can be more effective now at this stage in my life and what I want to do, and just picking select books instead of having 5,000 extra books that then I have to get rid of or sell on auction. I even have a little stack there that I also priced and I'm ready to, sell, that are not, that have nothing to do with my niche. So it's sort of getting me back to focus. It's all about what everybody wants to do, whatever, I don't tell people what to do, but I've taken a lot of knowledge and tips from people instead of just buying and buying and buying. And then you end up having to get rid of them to try to tame myself and focus on what you want,
Yeah. I've gotten books like that too. And then also I've gotten books that are worth money. And it's kind of like I said, a safety net. Cause like I said, when my wife lost her job last year because some customer took offense, it was a tip jar with a stuffed cow. And so she always joked, she always joked, like, don't forget to tip the cow, like pushing the cow over, the joke.
Oh.
Most people joke. And so the customer was like, she's coming to the boss. She was pressuring me to give her a tip, trying to get, force money out of me.
Wow.
And all that. And so she lost her job. After I had to pay her. All of a sudden, I went from 2 jobs to 1 job, and I had to quickly come up with money to pay for all her bills. And so I sold my ASM 300 signed by Todd McFarlane. I sold my ASM 2 or whatever. And so I sold 3 books or whatever, made enough money to cover 2 months worth of her bills. And then she found another job. And so my comic books are rainy day. It was like a rainy day thing. If used them before to stay afloat if things got tight.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say, I recently came into some Spider-Man, and before we went off, I wanted to show you what I found for myself here. And by the way, Max, I totally forgot Rocksteady was a gaming company, but Bebop and Rocksteady are also the giant pig, I think, and rhinoceros of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles villains.
Yeah.
But anyway, I found I got 114.
Nice one.
Nice.
Then 116.
Nice.
Cool.
123.
That's one I need for sure.
I'll be selling these during my auction. 124.
Nice. The wolf pack.
Yeah. 125. 126.
Nice.
Cool.
128. And 136.
Nice.
And the last one, I already showed you 210. This is 195.
Nice.
Very good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that'd be a nice, good lot for somebody.
You reminded me of now with the Spider-Man talk. Now you have to be careful when you when I go to my niche of the trial. You want to make sure it's like a trial trial like court and law and justice type of thing, or because then you have some of them call them like a trial, like a challenge. So you gotta weed out, the trials of Thor, the trials of this. Does the trial mean a challenge or an adventure or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or a trial. So I gotta weed them out. But going back to the point. What I thought about was the trial of Peter Parker. There's some books on the trial of Peter Parker. So that's another Spider-Man theme. I gotta go after the trial of Peter Parker.
Nice. Well, it's about the top
somewhere mid-range.
Mid-range. That's cool. That ASM.
Somewhere in there.
Cool. Well, it's about time. We've been on here for an hour and a half, so it's really cool. I've had 4 guests now? 5 guests? I can't remember 100%. I've had you two, Bubs, Whippin' X, there we go. Highlight. Yeah, so 5. I had 5 people show up, so it was really cool to have a couple of people show up. None of the people, no one I actually sent invites out to, but a bunch of everyone else came on for the open invites.
That's good.
So, but yeah, so it's been a lot of fun.
If you had sent an invite to Bub, he probably wouldn't have come on.
Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. Anyway, so yeah, gotta go do my own little chores around the house. Finish editing a couple of videos for next week here, or at least one video for next week and all that. So, and do my own research because I have to get ready for my next knockout fight between me and Burke family. We're doing Thanos versus Darkseid.
I remember your Superman versus Thor with Carol.
Yeah.
Wait, who's who?
I am arguing for Thanos. Burke is doing Darkseid.
It was nice knowing you.
Yes. So, well, if my record goes for anything, I'll have a good case and I'll lose horribly. But I don't mind losing because that means I get to have other people on the show together and I get to sit back and ask a few questions because when it was me against Superpower Review, we were arguing Batman versus the Punisher. I wanted the fight to go a certain direction, but Kevin was not steering it towards that direction. I was trying to force it in that direction, but
you should go like a lawyer or like a court case. You're the judge. Yeah. You make a statement like Superman's better than the Hulk, and then have a prosecutor and a defense attorney and have they argue the point that you stated, you know?
Yeah. In fact, like I said, that's one of the ideas I came up with for like season 2 and all that, where if if I can get enough people on there, I would be the judge, the ref, or whatever, and I'd have 2 guys arguing for it.
Well,
fine then, bye. But I guess he didn't want to argue for it, so there you go. Were you disappointed you didn't get an invite? You had to leave. But
I don't know what's happening. It's the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Are you guys on Wi-Fi or Ethernet cable?
Wi-Fi for me.
I'm wireless.
Yeah, me too. I don't know. Yeah.
But that's what I just thought about doing. Maybe if I can do season 2, if I can get enough people in there, or maybe if I do enough people or a smaller set, maybe do half the characters the second season, so that way I can get enough people to there. I can be the judge. We can do more of a courtroom kind of thing, because that was the original idea behind the knockout, was boxing / courtroom / commigores with kind of a thing. So it was a way to do it. So if I can do that, great. But yeah, so very a lot of fun to sit back and poke sticks at both players. You make a very good argument, and fight.
Good stuff.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and end the stream here so I can get my own chores done, or my wife. I'll never hear the end of it tonight. So thank you everyone for joining me. If you have not subbed me up, please sub me up to help me get to 500 so we can launch the contest giveaway. Really look forward to that. I want to do something like this, where we can get a whole bunch of people together while we do the trivia things to hang out and talk. And yeah, nothing else really to add. So I'll put the links to the 500 sub giveaway video as well as the straw poll to vote on the grand prize for the trivia. So really look forward to that. That's a good. I like that.
My daughter drew it, he's saying bye.
Or is he saying hi?
Oh, yeah. Let's flip a coin.
Yeah, so see everyone later. Sub me up, like this video, and as always, happy collecting and stay safe out there. See you later, everyone.
Bye.